When we think of prehistoric people, most of us imagine them as simply hunting for survival. They must face wild beasts, the cold, and harsh challenges every day.
But that's only a very small part of their lives.
What few people know is that our ancestors also knew how to enjoy happy moments. They are not just hunters, but also human beings who know how to laugh and share joy. Archaeologists have discovered much evidence showing that prehistoric people also had their own forms of entertainment. They have known how to play music for tens of thousands of years. They have known how to dance around the firelight on long nights. They also told each other stories about memorable hunts. Children also have games to learn and explore the world. They even created competitions to test their abilities. These activities did not only entertain them, but also brought the entire community closer together. Thousands of years later, many of these habits still exist in our modern lives. So what did prehistoric humans really do when they were not hunting or escaping predators? Let us travel back in time and discover the first forms of entertainment created by humanity. Prehistoric humans did not spend every moment of their lives hunting. A successful hunt could provide enough food for the entire group for many days. Once food was shared, life became surprisingly peaceful. The flickering fire marked a rare moment of peace. There were no sounds of hunting anymore, only the wind and the warmth of the fire. Studies of hunter-gatherer societies today suggest they spent only a few hours each day finding food. This meant much of their remaining time was spent on other activities. Some people repaired the weapons that had become damaged after many hunts. Others created useful objects by weaving plants and natural materials. The elders passed their knowledge and survival skills to the next generation. But after all the work was finished, they still had plenty of free time. It was during these moments that the first forms of entertainment began to appear. These simple moments would become the foundation of human culture. Before cities, stages, or theaters existed, every joy began around a simple fire. And one of the oldest forms of human entertainment was music. Long before the first written songs existed, humans learned to create sounds from nature. Archaeologists discovered flutes made from bird bones and ivory that were over 40,000 years old. What is amazing is that some of these ancient instruments can still create sounds today. No one knows exactly what melodies our ancestors once played. But creating a musical instrument showed they thought about more than simple survival.
They spent time creating things that brought joy to the entire group.
Besides flutes, many objects around them could become musical instruments. Hollow wooden logs created rhythms that echoed through the darkness.
Even simple stones could create sharp and powerful sounds.
Clapping and footsteps created the first rhythms of humanity.
Without stages or concert halls, nature itself became the first music venue.
Music helped them forget the dangers they had faced during the hunt.
Children also began copying adults and creating their own simple rhythms.
Perhaps these nights of music were the beginning of human connection through sound.
And as the rhythm became stronger, the first dances of humanity began to appear.
When the rhythms began, no one wanted to remain sitting around the fire.
One by one, they joined together and let their bodies move with the same rhythm.
The dancing flames created a scene full of mystery and life.
There was no one controlling the dance, yet everyone understood the rhythm.
Their footsteps combined with clapping hands and wooden beats to create a powerful rhythm.
Perhaps these dances were a way to celebrate after a successful hunt.
These movements may have also prepared their minds before dangerous journeys. By moving together, each person felt like a part of the entire community.
Children quickly copied the adults with simple but joyful steps.
The elders might not dance as much, but they kept the rhythm alive. Over many generations, these dances may have become important traditions.
Even today, humans still dance at celebrations just like their ancient ancestors.
Although times have changed, the joy of moving together has never disappeared.
But as the night grew deeper, another form of entertainment became even more fascinating. These were the first stories passed from one generation to another, long before humans learned to write. Before books existed, humans had only one way to preserve memories: storytelling. These stories were not written with ink. They were remembered and passed through generations. An experienced person could use movements and expressions to share what they had witnessed. They told stories about dangerous hunts, giant creatures, and distant lands. For children, these stories were not only entertainment, but also lessons for survival.
They learned how to recognize tracks, avoid danger, and understand the world around them.
But besides serious lessons, humans also created stories filled with imagination.
They created tales about mysterious beings, powerful creatures, and adventures that never happened.
These stories were the first movies created by humanity.
The only difference was that their screen was not a device. It was imagination.
And when children were not listening to stories, they had their own ways to play.
Prehistoric children were curious, playful, and eager to explore, just like children today.
Simple games helped them develop the skills they would need in the future.
Through play, they learned cooperation, observation, and how to understand their environment. But games and stories were not the only things they created. Prehistoric humans also left behind a mysterious form of art. Deep inside dark caves, Prehistoric humans created things that still amaze us today. They created images of animals, hands, and moments from their daily lives. But these paintings did not help them catch more food. They did not make them warmer during winter or protect them from predators. So why did they spend hours creating these artworks?
Perhaps the answer is simple. Creativity itself brought humans joy.
They used earth pigments, charcoal, and minerals to create the first colors. These handprints may have been one of the earliest signs that humans wanted to leave their mark. Every line on the cave walls carried a part of their story. A painted animal may have represented more than just prey in their world. Art allowed them to express ideas beyond everyday survival. This may be evidence that humans have always searched for beauty. Like music and storytelling, art began from the simple desire to express ourselves.
But humans did not only create, they also loved to challenge themselves through competition.
Humans have always wanted to test the limits of their own abilities. Even in prehistoric times, competition may have become part of everyday life.
Who could throw the spear farther? Who could run faster? Who had the best hunting skills? These challenges were not only fun, they helped the tribe recognize the most skilled members.
A skilled hunter could increase the chances of survival for the entire community. In the ancient world, games and survival were sometimes connected. Skills learned through play could become important abilities in adulthood.
They needed more than strength. They needed speed, observation, and teamwork. These activities helped create the first forms of teamwork among humans. Long before major tournaments existed, humans already enjoyed competing together.
Ancient games may have been the distant ancestors of many sports today.
Deep inside humans, the desire to explore, compete, and play has never changed.
From a simple fire in a cave, the first forms of entertainment slowly developed.
They had no phones, no screens, and no modern technology.
But they still found ways to laugh, connect, and enjoy life. When we look back at prehistoric life, we realize they were not only fighting to survive. They also knew how to enjoy peaceful moments with the people they loved. They created music from the simplest materials nature provided.
They dance to celebrate, connect, and share emotions with their community.
They told stories to preserve memories and pass knowledge to future generations.
They played to learn, explore, and prepare for the challenges ahead.
They created art for one simple human reason: the desire to make something beautiful.
These simple activities became the foundation of human culture.
Entertainment is not only a way to pass time, but a way humans connect with each other.
Thousands of years have passed, but this part of humanity has never changed.
We still listen to music, tell stories, create, and search for happiness every day.
These things began long before cities, technology, or civilizations existed. Perhaps what makes humans unique is our ability to find joy even in the hardest times. From the first music, the first dances, and the first stories, everything began with the desire to share. And that is how prehistoric humans entertained themselves. They did not only survive history,